All right, shalom, shalom. This your brother Shamak. I want to first start by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rekha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach with wisdom of his tabernacle of David. Shalom to the sincere Akim and Akwafim, brothers and sisters that's taking heed to the truth in all true sincerity. All right, now we're going to lesson of basically these nations hating the horror that is spoken about in Revelation chapter 17. All right. This is prophecy, and basically that meaning that these nations will rise up against America, which is Babylon the Great, according to the Bible. And this is prophesied. In this article, it's going to back that up and it's going to align with the scriptures. Simple as that. So this is dive right into it. It's titled, of course, Iran, which is is Persia within the scriptures as well. Russia, China to hold joint military exercise amid U.S. sanctions. Okay, it says the drill is seen as a response to recent U.S. maneuvers with its regional ally Saudi Arabia, in which China also participated. Okay, it says Iran's armed forces will hold a joint 4-day naval exercise with Russia and China. And Russia and China, man, their military army, man, is very great. All right, it has grown, man. It's very great. And not saying the U.S. is not great as well, but the U.S. has their competition ahead of them, man. All right. It says in the northern part of the Indian Ocean. A spokesman said Wednesday. It says the drill, which is to start on Saturday. In this article, as you see, its published date right here in the left corner is December 25th, 2019. So this article is very recent. This is a current event. And then the U.S. just had a space force signed with the sixth branch of the army system. So things are starting to get an effect of what that World War III that spoke about Revelation chapter 11 verse 14. World War III, whoa. You know, it says which is woe means mass destruction. It's gonna be a mass destruction, man. It's no way around it. It's going to happen. People always want to ask questions about the last days. World War III is a part of prophecy, man, and it's going to happen, guarantee you. All right, and it says the drill, which is to start on Saturday, will be the first such trilateral exercise as Tehran seeks to boost military cooperation with Beijing and Moscow amid unprecedented economic sanctions from Washington. Visits to Iran by Russian and Chinese naval representatives have stepped up in recent years. See, this thing is recent. And these kings of the earth are starting to get aroused, man, of these other nations. You know, it says it's going into it's basically going more into the drill, but they're setting this thing up, man. All right. It says in the wake of recent escalating tensions in the Persian Gulf, including attacks on the oil vessels and a missile and drone assault on the Saudi oil industry. Salaki. Okay, so cause you mess with money, oil, and that oil that's very valuable resource within the earth today. That's a valuable resource, man. So you mess with a nation's money and oil, that's war. You talking war. You mess with a nation's money in general, you're talking war. So this thing is about to spearhead right into World War III, you know, and that's going to line right with the scriptures. It says the U.S. has sent a number of American troops to the region and additional missile defense systems to Saudi Arabia. See, in that let's get there real quick. Revelation chapter 16, cause that's Armageddon, you know, and that's Salaki. Let me get that in the blue letter if I can real quick. See, blue letter won't turn, but basically pertaining to Revelation chapter 16 and 16, it's Armageddon is a which means a mountain of troops. That army is gonna be gathered there. It says Revelation chapter 16 verse 16, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. Okay, that's a place, and then you go into Armageddon in the blue letter. You know, it goes into mountain of troops. And did not the article just say that the U.S. sent just recently sent American troops to that region. All right. It's this thing is real, man. These scriptures are life, man. All right. So take heed, while you can, to this warning, because this truly is a warning from the Son of Man. All right. So this and that being Yahweh Shai, our deliverer, our Savior that's coming. He's coming back for his chosen men out of the nation of Israel. All right. That's the elect, 144,000 sincere believers, which are men. Okay, and of course with the 1/3, which would be their families and the people that just believe or believe in that time in that day. All right, or believing now, of course, to be delivered. Okay, so it says Washington alleges that Iran carried out the September attack on the world's largest oil processor in the kingdom in an oil field, which caused oil prices to spike at the biggest percentage since the 1991 Gulf War. While Yemen's Iranian allied Houthi rebels claimed the assault, Saudi Arabia said it was unquestionably sponsored by Iran. See, things is getting look. It says Iran has denied this and warned that any retaliatory attack targeting it will result in an all-out war. See, this all-out war is coming, man. You know that's why this article is heavy. Even and these are things built up from years. So this is very realistic that it can pop off any minute, any year now. Okay, especially with 2020 coming up, we got this is about to be a big year, man. All right, things about to be clarified. All right. It says Tehran, meanwhile, has begun enriching uranium beyond the terms of its 2015 nuclear deal with the world powers, which the U.S. which the U.S. unilaterally withdrew from over a year ago. See, they withdrew. The United States withdrew from this treaty with NATO. You know, and that caused a red flag right there. You know, it says in 2017, Iran conducted a joint naval exercise with China near the strategic Strait of Hormuz in the Persian Gulf. It says a passageway of nearly a third of it all oil traded by sea. Okay, so basically, this thing with Iran, Russia, and China, this joint military, that's nations are rising up against the United States. And these nations haven't always been doing that. People can say, "Oh, people been saying this since the '80s and '90s." Hey, this has to be a build up to this thing, man. All right, this is prophecy. We in these last days, okay, and it's time to take heed. So this is Revelation chapter 17, and it reads, "And there came one of the seven angels who had seven veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters." And what is that great whore? Because these nations are going to hate this whore. This whore is America, man. Babylon the Great, of all mixed, diving all into all different types of philosophies. Because what does a whore do? She dives all into different types of men, you know. And this whore, sit upon many waters, and those waters being those nations. Let's get that right here. Revelation chapter 17, verse 15. He said to me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. All right, so that's that line right in context. All right, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, and this is going to the NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right. So yeah, he's gonna burn. And how's that fire gonna come? Through nuclear missiles. The article just touched on that. The article just touched on nuclear warfare. It mentioned in quotation marks all out war. So this thing is going to pop off. All right. Let me get Jeremiah just to back up the article. This current event. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 40. I want to start at 41. Yeah, I want to start at 41. Get straight to the point. It says, Behold, a people shall come from the north, in a great nation, and many kings shall rise up from the coast of the earth. See, and these many kings are going to are rising against Babylon, man, that north country. He's rising against Babylon. All right, because Jeremiah chapter 50 and 51, prophesies against Babylon the Great, America. All right, verse 42, they shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and would not show mercy. See, what's that bow, man? What's those arrows in the scriptures? Missiles. They not now going to show mercy. It's all out destruction, all out war. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and shall ride upon horses. Everyone to put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. See, this is prophesying against America the Great, O daughter of Babylon. All right. It says, The king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pains as of a woman in travail. Yeah, because America back against the wall with these nations saying, with these nations that were so called weak back in the day are strong now, man. The scriptures speak about and mentions that the weak should say that I'm strong. Countries that people never thought they or seen as a threat. 15, 20 years ago are a threat now, are a threat to this entire country's existence. Okay, But the sincere believers will be delivered out of it, man. Okay? Even the ones that die in the truth. Because truly the kingdom is within us. You know, in the spirit, man, Yahweh Shai resurrected for a reason. Okay, we shall do the same. You know? Alright. So let me see. I also want to get Sirach as well. Okay, because we live to see this, you know, and why? It's because we have enemies on earth. We have enemies. This country is not for us, man. You know, people fighting in the army or whatnot. This country has never fought for us, man, and we shouldn't fight for them. You know, we just got to be still and let Yahweh Shem Shai fight the fight for us, and we just got to keep the faith along with the works. All right, so this is Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. I ended off with this. It says, there be 9 things, what 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be heavy. In the 10th, I will utter with my tongue, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. See, and we're living. That's prophecy going on right now, man. We're living to see the fall of this nation. This nation is falling. The U.S. dollar is falling. The nations are getting aroused. These kings of the earth. These president. You got Vladimir Putin over there. Okay, you got these presidents rousing up against against Trump. All right. So the fallen enemy is coming. All right. And you know us seeing that, hey, our salvation is nearer than we believe. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to get on that. But yeah, um, yeah, that's all I wanted to bring out pertaining to the article, pertaining to this article and this current event. You know, this was just past this was just this past week with December. This was yesterday, man. You know, so just be on the lookout and be a watchman for the nation of Israel, man. That prophecy is really going on before our eyes, you know, and it's to be taken serious, and it's a testament of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that's how we know these scriptures are true. Okay, so Lord willing, you know, that was edifying, exhorting for the sincere believers out there, of brothers and sisters, you know. So I went and I'll be giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone who teach with wisdom, see his tabernacle of David. Peace, love, and safety to the hopefully elect and their families. I would like to say Shalom, Wawak Babal, Abad Babal, keep the faith. Shalom.